But yeah, this is Long Compton, home of witches and other things. So over there, that is the church of Long Compton. I think it's called the Church of St Peter and Paul, or St Peter and Paul's, St Peter and St Paul's Church, or Saints Peter and Paul. I think it's the actual saints from the Bible, not the fly away Peter, fly away Paul, you know, the children's rhyme, not that one. Anyway, so what happened back in 604 AD, there was a lord who would not pay his tithes. Back in those days, you had to pay 10% of your money to the church. He wouldn't do it. So the vicar was like, give me 10% or you're out. I want your tithes. I need your tithes. If you don't pay your tithes, I'm going to excommunicate you. And the Lord was like, do what you like, mate. I ain't giving you the money. But fortunately, St Augustine was in town. St Augustine, I don't know. Don't get me on pronunciation on this, all right? You know what I'm talking about. He was St Augustine, who became the first archbishop of Canterbury. And he was in town, and the vicar was like, come and help me out, mate. I got this lord, he's not paying his tithes, he's still coming to church, he's still trying to do mass and all that. He's not paying his subscription fees, but he's sharing his Netflix account. That is probably going to become a dated reference. So St Augustine was like, right, I'm going to do mass now, and anyone who's been excommunicated, get out. So the Lord was like, fine, I'll go. I know when I'm not wanted. And he left the church. And as he was going out through the churchyard, one of the graves opened up, and out rose a ghost of an ancient Briton, which probably at that time was not that ancient, because maybe a couple hundred years or something. Anyway, St Augustine was like, whoa, what's going on now? What are you doing? Where are you going? And the ghost was like, well, you just said anyone who's been excommunicated needs to go, needs to leave. And I tell you what, guys, I got excommunicated because I wouldn't pay my tithes, and now I'm burning in hell. But I'm also here as a ghost, and I'm getting out of the church. And St Augustine was obviously thinking, this is not how I wanted this to go. I wanted to teach the guy a lesson, but I didn't want to raise the dead. How am I going to sort this out? And then he's like, who said this? Who was it who said this? Point me out his grave. St Augustine went over, quickly raised him from the dead, said, you two, you've got an argument, sort it out. You need to forgive this guy, and we can all get on with our mass. He did it, and they both crumbled to dust. The rich lord paid his tithes from then on. I guess he realised he didn't want that kind of hassle. But yeah, this is Long Compton. Lovely time of day, isn't it? It's golden hour. What a lovely hue. Given the circumstances, I'm really trying to find the church fund box so I can make a donation, because, well, we've seen what can happen. Oh, hello, here we go. It's a £5. There you go, lads. St Peter and Paul.